I mean, is college something you wanted, or something? I mean, do you think about it? Did you think about it?
Every day, all day. When we talk about the things that we've been able to do, and in my life, the things that I've been able to accomplish as an athlete, you always want to, excel to the highest level you can and do the very best you can, and every day is a process, and you just continue to work as hard as you can. And I've been, Coach McGuff is, we've known each other for quite some time, and his style of play and my style of play that I've been able to coach for long periods of time, and those two have been able to kind of meet and mesh, and it's a good fit, and especially with the people that I've been able to kind of intertwine and introduce myself with, it's been beautiful, and so I can see now why this place is such a special place.
Did you come into contact with him through your AAU coaching?
Well, no, and through boys basketball, when we would be at Xavier, our team camps, we'd go down to team camps, and he was down there, and then we have, really it's funny because we got two mutual friends that I taught with at Lakota, were two of his really good friends, and we got to talking, and then it was funny. We stopped talking about that. That's when we started talking about the friends that we know. So that's been very, very beneficial, and we've been cordial and passionate and meeting for quite some time.
So when he calls you, how hard is the decision? Is it hard at all? I mean, it's a big decision, obviously.
It's a huge decision when you talk about the dynamics of what's going on. But the difference is the fact that I've been working for an opportunity like this for my whole career. I've done everything from when I first started out, I was the 7th grade assistant coach holding the water bottles. And 22 years later, here I am, and it's just because of the things that I've been able to do and things I've been able to accomplish. Burn no bridges, constantly learning, constantly developing, and here I am.
I assume you know so much about Ohio, through the recruiting aspect, and obviously you've got some really personal, but just how important is it to keep Ohio locked down, in your opinion?
Well, I really can't comment a whole lot on recruiting, but when you talk about Ohio as a whole, because I played at Princeton, and there's always been great players here in Ohio. So having the opportunity in Ohio to help out Ohio and allow Ohio to kind of flourish as a state, it's a beautiful thing to say that I have a hand in that.
So the first time Coach McGuff calls you about this job to the time you accepted, how much time passed?
It has quite some time, and I didn't realize that, just being the things that I had done in my past and in my career were so influential. So, you talk about some of the things and some of the teams that we had. So, like I said, some time had passed, but, he was very, very respectful in the fact that, the relationship I had with my high school players, I mean, it's a father-son relationship, and he was very, very respectful of that, and it's a beautiful, and the process was great, and I was able to kind of talk to my kids and, my players, and they understand, and like I said, and they sent me away with their blessing.
How important was that?
That was huge. That was huge because, when you talk about the dynamics of where I coached at and the players that I've had to coach and, some of their tough background, it's to leave them is tough. But, for them to say, Coach Mitch, we're good, and thanks for all you've done. And I had to tell them, thank you. And I mean, it was emotional because, we cried. We cried just because of the relationship that we have with one another.
I guess with all of this going on now, it's pretty new, I assume, but how's life treating you so far?
Oh, great. Like I said, when you talk about, meeting the people that I've met in 3 days' time, I can see why this place is so dynamic. Because you talk about the relationship that everybody is trying to build to make one place, the common goal to move everybody forward, from men's basketball to women's basketball to hockey to football, everybody, they truly want it to be the Ohio State University because everybody is working for that common goal. And that's the beautiful thing of it is, in my career, I've been very fortunate to have worked with some great staffs and some great people. And once again, here I go, I landed in a good situation because, working with Joy and her knowledge and her understanding, working with Patrick and his understanding, and now college, and then working with Coach McGuff, sharing the same kind of styles and understandings of the game. I mean, I couldn't have fell into a better situation.
It's pretty easy to get swept up in this whole wanting to be a part of something like that, right?
The hibbity hoopla, but at the end of the day, you know what it is. It's everybody picks up a shovel.
Exactly.
I mean, you look out there in the parking lot, what them guys doing? They shoveling out there because we're all building something and moving forward. And that's the thing that you get is everybody has a shovel. We talked to Mr. Smith this morning. He walked in, he had his imaginary shovel. Everybody's shoveling and working hard and moving forward to get this place to continue to grow and develop and be, what it is to Ohio.